My name is Gabby.
I'm Tariana.
I'm Emily.
I'm Dylan. And we did our theme here on the 4 seasons. So
Each object that we made represents one characteristic from each season.
The seasons are winter, spring, summer, and fall.
So I started with winter. For winter, I made a snowman. To make the snowman, I used 3 spheres. The bottom one is the biggest, the middle one is slightly smaller, and the top one is the smallest. I added circles to the middle sphere to make buttons, and then I added 2 more circles on the top sphere to make eyes. For the nose, I used a cone, and then I was going to make the smile of the snowman with more circles, but I couldn't get it how I wanted to make it, so I just drew out the shape that I wanted for the smile. For the top hat, I used 2 cylinders. The brim is just a flattened out cylinder, and then the top part of the hat is just taller than that.
So my season is spring, and for spring I decided to make a flower because, as we've all heard, April showers bring May flowers, and this is supposed to be a daisy. I made my object in 2 different sections, and the first section is just the pot and the stem. The pot is just a cylinder, and the stem is a rod, and I made sure to place the stem in the midpoint of the cylinder, and I made sure that it was wide enough to where it could carry the weight of the rest of the flower. The rest of the flower was made out of hearts. I used 4 hearts, and each of them are the same size, and they're in a circular arrangement. The hearts are all connected in the middle, with the eye being another, with the spear being the eye of the flower. It's also in the center, and the flower is pink because it's a bright color to represent the season of spring.
Alright, so I did the season of summer, and summer, it tends to be warm and sunny, so to represent that, I made a yellow sun. Yellow because the sun is yellow, and also because it's just a happy color, and I feel like that represents what summer is. To make the sun, I used a sphere, which is also textured, which is an artistic aspect. I also used 2 stars, which I overlaid over each other, and then placed around the circumference of the sphere, like that. And each of the rays of the sun are the same size, therefore proportional, and they're also, the object is also symmetrical because there's the same number of rays on each side of the sphere. I also made the sun to look kind of like a cartoon because I feel like that's happy, and like I said earlier, summer is a happy season.
well, my season was fall, so I made a pilgrim hat just because the whole Thanksgiving type thing involves pilgrims, and that's a fall holiday. So yeah, it's black because pilgrim hats are black, and so the base of it, like the brim, is just a cylinder, but it's like a really flat one, so that it was just skinny. And then the part on top of it, the actual hat part, like the tall part, was just kind of like a egg looking shape, but then I just sliced the top off to make it flat like a hat. And then there's a band going around the outside of the hat, and I kind of had to do some math to like see how big it needed to be to go around the outside of the bottom of this rim here. And then there's a little belt buckle on the front of it. That's like the signature pilgrim hat thing. It was just a little cube with a hole cut out in the middle of it. So the whole thing with this was just trying to get the ratios to look right, because if this was too tall, then it looked like, I don't know, like a top hat or something, but that wasn't really what I was going for. It had to look like it would be, all the ratios just needed to like match up right, so that it would look like a hat and not like some other thing.
So thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah, so that's all. 4 seasons: a snowman, a flower, a sunshine and a pilgrim hat.